In Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir, Indian troops in the unabated acts of state terrorism martyred 22 Kashmiris, including a teenage boy, during the last month of January. According to the data issued by the research section of Kashmir Media Service today, of those killed, 4 were martyred in a fake encounter. 17 youth were critically injured due to the use of brute force by Indian police and paramilitary personnel on peaceful protesters. As many as 45 civilians, including political activists, youth and students, were arrested, and most of them were booked under Black Laws, Unlawful Activities Prevention Act and Public Safety Act. The troops destroyed 7 houses and molested a woman during the month. The All Parties Hurriyat conference, in a statement issued in Srinagar, said there has been no let-up in extrajudicial killings, arbitrary arrests and molestation of women by Indian troops in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir even in year 2022. It deplored that heavy deployment of occupation forces had created an atmosphere of terror across the territory. APSC leader Advocate Davinder Singh Bahal has said India can't fulfill its disgusting wish in Indian illegally occupied Jammu and Kashmir till last Kashmiri is alive. In a statement issued in Jammu, he said the Kashmiri people have made unprecedented sacrifices for the cause of freedom from Indian yoke, and these sacrifices would not be allowed to go in vain. Meanwhile, after evicting scores of Muslim families from their ancestral land in Jammu, now Modi-led fascist Indian regime has ordered residents in the heart of Srinagar to vacate their land immediately. The locals of HMT and Kamarwari areas of the city held a protest demonstration at Press Enclave in Srinagar against the orders. Shopkeepers around Lal Chowk area of Srinagar also observed shutdown against the occupation authorities for creating undue hurdles in their businesses. A delegation of APSC leaders and Sikh intellectual circle today attended the sit-in protests of Gujar Bakarwal families in Roopnagar area of Jammu. The protest is going on for the past many days against the demolition of houses belonging to the tribal Muslims. All Parties Hurriyat Conference leader Mir Shahid Salim and Sikh Intellectual Circle chairman Sardar Narinder Singh Khalisa on the occasion said that the communal forces were targeting the indigenous population to create settlements for outsiders. All Parties Hurriyat Conference SHJ&K chapter convener Muhammad Farooq Rahmani, in a statement in Islamabad, called upon the world organizations like United Nations, European Union, Organization of Islamic Cooperation and Shanghai Cooperation Organization to facilitate settlement of the Kashmir dispute as per the United Nations Charter. On the other hand, a month has hardly passed since demands for genocide of Muslims were raised at a Hindu congregation in Haridwar and Delhi. Now equally abhorrent calls have echoed from another similar event, this time at Pragyaraj, formerly Allahabad city in Uttar Pradesh. Addressing the gathering, speakers called for forcibly converting Muslims into Hindus and demanded closure of globally known Deoband and Bareilly madrasas in Uttar Pradesh.